What's up, everybody? Soren Baker here on Unique Access, and today joined by Money B. Thank you for coming through, sir.
What's happening?
Yeah, man, we got that All Eyes on Me movie about to come out. So, Money B, man, obviously you knew Pac way before he was famous, way before people knew who he was. So, with All Eyes on Me, what part of that part of his life and experience, do you think that you guys brought to the film that's a little bit different than people might realize about Pac?
Well, actually, I consulted on the film for the period that he was with us. So, I think one thing that I noticed that I'm not gonna say that I had to correct, but that I had worked on
Yes.
is that a lot of times people just think of Tupac as this hard, like he's thug life 24 hours a day. When in reality, most of the time that he was with us, all we did was laugh and joke and have fun. He was always smiling, always talking shit, clowning, and so I would say Demetrius, who played Tupac, Demetrius Shipp Jr., I'd just be like, he actually wouldn't say it like that. He'd probably say it with a smile because he was, but Meech was dope because as soon as I tell him one time, he'd correct it and he'd be on. So I think with myself and even with the Outlaws who consulted on some of the, the death row period, is that, Tupac wasn't just this two-dimensional caricature of himself where he's running around spitting and with his shirt off, showing his tattoos.
Right.
He had death. He would smile and laugh. He could be sensitive. I mean, I don't know nothing about that, but what I'm saying. I'm just assuming that's how he would be. But we had fun. So I had, I hope that I helped, and that it shows that he did have fun in certain periods and points in his life.
Right. And then with Digital Underground and working with him, what did you see from like the growth and evolution? Because for me as a fan, listening to him was same song and hearing like the other stuff that he did with you guys, and then hearing Tupacalypse Now was like a totally different thing, both sonically, thematically, just all elements of it. So for you, why do you think, knowing him, why do you think his solo stuff started off that way versus kind of continuing on more the Digital Underground path?
Because his solo stuff was him, and it was his vision, it was his thoughts. With Digital Underground, it was like a huge production team. So, and Shock really didn't bring you in unless you had something else going on. So it wasn't like you were in the group and then all of a sudden somebody took interest. You came in the group to be noticed so that you could get a deal and go do what you want. But Digital Underground was Shock G's vision. It was his baby. That's why when Raw Fusion, when we did our album, it didn't sound like Digital Underground.
Right.
We
live from the Statelytron.
Yeah, we we had musical influence that were different from Shock's that we wanted to explore and thoughts that we wanted to be represented, same as Tupac. What you heard on Tupacalypse Now was what he came into Digital Underground with. But while we're collaborating and doing this project with Shock, he's the mastermind, and we're just trying to complement his vision. But I will say that in doing that, and I feel like I can speak for Pac, we learned song structure from working with Shock.
Okay.
Because Pac was a freestyle. He was a battle rapper. He was, he just liked to rap. He didn't care. He wanted to get his thing off. And in a sense, I was too. I know, we all know how to write 16 bars, but we didn't care if it went over. And we just wanted to say what we wanted to say.
Okay.
We learned from Shock, to maybe break it down, stay in a theme, and do melodies and segues and things that we didn't know. Sequencing 32 bars and hooks and blah, blah, blah. So I think he definitely took some of that away from his experience with us, but all the tools that he displayed, he had from the jump. When he came with those tools. He just sharpened them through the years.
And as somebody that knew him and saw him grow and develop over the years, one of the things that I think is interesting that's been going on in society is like people always label you as one thing. Like you're a rapper, you're a writer, you're a singer, you're an accountant. Whereas, Pac obviously excelled being, so many different things. So why do you think that Tupac was able to be acclaimed as an actor, as a rapper, as a poet, all these different things at the same time when people are so quick to label everybody as one thing and that's it?
Because he didn't allow himself to be boxed or put in a box.
Okay.
And his work ethic, I always tell people I've never met anybody with a work ethic like Tupac. He worked tirelessly, and he was always ready to move on to the next thing after he did it. I felt like he didn't waste any life, any part of, he didn't waste time. It almost felt like he knew that he only had a short amount of time to do everything he wanted to do, because he didn't take for granted. And I express that with younger artists that I deal with and other people. Is like, after seeing that and then see how people kind of lag around and wait, and we're not promised tomorrow.
Right.
And he took advantage of of every opportunity, every door that cracked. He didn't look in it. He just bust through it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he wouldn't be denied. So, he told me once that, or he told us in a group, talking to Shock and us, he was like, all I want to do is I want to be in a movie, make a record, and it was something else that he wanted to do. And he was like, I'm cool, I could die. And everything that he said, he did. So I always remember that, and I'm proud of the fact that he did, if nothing else, accomplish the initial goals that he set out to do. And I believe that, and obviously he was an activist. I believe he would have got heavily into that. And so I feel bad mostly is that the world didn't get to see what I believe Tupac would have became.
And what do you think that is, or was?
I mean, he was a leader, so he wasn't gonna rap forever. I definitely believe he would have gotten more into politics and just being a person that just active in the community and mobilizing and strengthening like our people, like you bringing us together.
Given all that, why do you think All Eyez on Me is the right title for the film, or a good title, appropriate title?
Because all eyes were on him. At the peak and the height of his career, everything he did was news. When we didn't have social media.
Right.
You feel me? So imagine that. There was no Twitter. There was no
Facebook.
There was no internet.
Instagram. No nothing. Yeah.
There was no internet. So you had to read about it. But he was the one person that is almost like, street internet. Like you knew about it. You knew what was going on, and the rumors were spreading. Anytime he did something, we knew about it. And it traveled. And he was that polarizing figure that garnered that attention. And I'm pretty sure towards the end and obviously at the time I didn't know all the things because I was never around the death row period or era, but I'm sure he just felt like the weight of the world was on his shoulders. There was so much pressure that people wanting him and pulling at him from every angle. I mean, I can only imagine just with this movie coming out and just me being just the fact that people know I knew him, I'm being pulled in a few different directions. And, my family always complained that you're always on the phone. And I'm like, you have to be. So just imagine it's like times 20,000 with him at that time.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, well, appreciate you coming through, Money B, talking about All Eyez on Me, man. Everybody, make sure you check it out. Remember Tupac and listen to the music. He's got a lot to talk about in there. And Money B was there from the beginning, man.
Definitely. Make sure you see All Eyez on Me. And after you watch the movie, read Hype Man, the Money B story to get the in-depth insight.
There it is. Appreciate it, y'all.